My name is Pooja, and I'm the founder and CEO of PowerUp AI. I am an AI consultant and trainer, as well as a keynote speaker, focusing on medium to large enterprise. I have been working in AI field and automation specifically for over 9 years. I started in 2016 when I was working for Procter & Gamble with robotic process automation. That was the start of it. And since then, I have worked in different technology within AI, within artificial intelligence, worked with a deep tech AI startup. And I think this year I have had almost 60 plus workshops where I've helped clients navigate, first understand and then navigate what works best for them. Apart from this medium to large enterprise, another client group that I have is the senior executives. And what I usually help them is first understanding AI from a very top down level, giving them strategic thinking frameworks, giving them more hands on examples, and also focusing a lot on, not just productivity, but governance topics, because that is super important for the senior leaders. So I help them think AI from productivity, governance, data safety angles. And thereafter, I give them more hands-on experience with their day-to-day work. Let's say if they have to prepare for a board meeting, how they can start using their co-pilots or AI chatbots with that in a very safe manner without sharing any, let's say, personal information. And that has worked pretty well so far because they understand the concept, they see it in a safe way, and they also experience it hands-on. So it helps them understand everything in a very concrete way. Most people, where they are in AI right now, is they are dealing with chatbots, right? ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity. These are chatbots. So we talk with them and they give us back the answers in a text format. I mean, now ChatGPT or Claude can also do a lot of stuff because they have integrations with our systems, but still it's limited. That's where automation comes in. So automation is, you connect your systems via API. API is application programming interface. So let's say you connect ChatGPT with your CRM to understand your customer segmentation, to understand where your clients are and provide better information. That is automation. And for automation, you usually use like a third-party platform. So that could be, Make, Zapier or something. However, here you are predefining everything, right? You are predefining, okay, what AI should do, what information should it use, and what is the action. Agentic or AI agents are next level because they can think like ChatGPT. They can take actions and they can optimize themselves because with every action, they are learning. And that is something called reinforcement learning. So they are learning how to optimize their response based on your feedback. And now, even for AI agents, there are multiple platforms available in the market. My favorite one currently is MCP or Model Context Protocol because I can use that within Claude. So Claude as a chatbot provides that functionality. And now I have, for example, started using MCP for repurposing my content. So a very good example, we are recording this webinar or this interview. I will take that transcript, and my Claude can take that transcript itself because I have connected it to my AI meeting note taker, and out of that transcript it can create actually 5 to 10 posts because usually my workshops are like 1 hour long. So in my own voice for LinkedIn, blogs, newsletter. So it can do everything. So that is one very good use case. Another one is I have connected again Claude to HubSpot, which is my CRM. And then I can analyze my client base very thoroughly, depending like whatever information is there, what is missing. And that helps me get better overview of my business. And the same I have also been implementing for my clients. What I'm realizing with every training or every workshop that I'm delivering, the training is effective only when it is customized for a specific company, to their culture, to their work processes, and to their data privacy regulations. Because let's say I'm based in German market, so I'm dealing with a lot of German clients, and they are very sensitive about data privacy topics. But every company has a different sensitivity. So what I do, I always, for example, do a discovery workshop before, wherein I try to understand what are their pain points so that I can address those during my workshops or trainings. Secondly, where do they stand in terms of data privacy? I mean, if it is a highly regulated company, then it's a different thing versus a normal industry, right? And third, what do they feel or think when it comes to ROI? Because everyone has a different definition of what they see as a success when it comes to AI projects. So I always do this sort of discovery call or discovery workshop prior to my actual trainings, and that helps me customize those trainings to the specific audience group. Currently, what I'm seeing, companies are adopting AI at different level, mainly depending on what resources they have available right now. So for larger enterprise, usually they prefer dealing with in-house teams because they have, let's say, in-house developers, they have in-house consultants. They practically have everything available or the resources available. And for them, I mainly act as an expert, as an external expert to provide them insights. Whereas for small and medium-sized enterprise, it's a different story because they do not have resources available in-house, or even they do not have the capacity to train their teams to that level. So for these companies, what I do is I provide them with the basic training so they understand what they're dealing with and they can come up with the use cases. Because once they see the potential, they can start thinking, okay, this is where it can help me in my day-to-day work. Whereas when it comes to implementation, then I always advise them to outsource it because it's much better when you think it from an ROI perspective. Let's say building an automation can take anywhere between a day to a week. So usually such companies do not have those such resources. So I advise them to outsource it either to freelancers, or I make that connection for them. So the biggest opportunities where I'm seeing in the businesses is basically leveraging tools that they have available. Most companies I know, they have, for example, Copilot, and some even have ChatGPT Enterprise, but they are leveraging, let's say, only 5 to 10% functionality. That is, they are using this as an alternative to Google search, which is basically scratching the surface. So for them, the biggest opportunity is start thinking about integrating these tools into your work systems, into your business systems. So it does not become like just a chatbot, but really an enabler or a workforce assistant for you. The risks companies are already thinking about it, but I think we need to be a bit more particular about data sharing. So any AI tool that you use, you should always question where your data is being stored, what is happening with your data, and what are their data, basically their data policies. So that I see as a risk, but I believe most companies are working on it because they're thinking from that perspective, specifically in Europe. So that I believe is something companies should consider before you start using any new tool.